Yo, what's up? It's your boy Splendid Gamer EGW, and today we are back with another episode of Duel Sunset. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are building Red Eyes 4L. Yes, that's Red Eyes for life. Now, before I get into this deck breakdown, the only thing I am going to say, people at Konami, please give me Red Eyes alternative. Please. I run Red Eyes in real life. I understand that people love Dragoon. Dragoon is really cool. I understand he's banned, but there's no reason why Red Eyes alternative is not in this game. I need Red Eyes alternative. Now let's get into it. So we got 1 Summon Skull, 3 Red Eyes Black Dragons, 3 Blackstone of Legends. I could tribute Blackstone to special summon 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes from my deck. Its secondary effect, this card's in my grave. I could target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster, shuffle it back into the deck, and if I do, I get to add Blackstone back to my hand. So that's why he's at 3. He's a nice little easy special summon to get me a Red Eye. Black Metal Dragon. I could target 1 Red Eyes monster I control, and I can equip it to him for plus 600 from my hand. His second effect is if this card is sent from the field to the grave, I can add 1 Red Eyes card from my deck to hand. So that's a Red Eyes monster, Red Eyes trap, Red Eyes spell. In real life, I usually go for alternative, but since alternative's not in the game, we're here now. We got 2 Max C's, 1 Ash Blossom. Red Eyes Baby Dragon. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, I could special summon 1 level 7 Allure Red Eyes monster from my deck, and if I do, I can equip it to him for plus 300. Secondary effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can add 1 level 1 dragon monster from my deck to the hand. So that's lit. Red Eyes Wyvern, I run him at 1 as well. Once per turn during the end phase, I can banish this card from the grave to target 1 Red Eyes monster in my grave to special summon that target. But I can't normal or set the turn that I'm trying to activate that effect. So it's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, at least he gives me something to defend my life points with. So I like I like that effect as well. Red Eyes Retro. If a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster I control is destroyed by attack or card effect while he's in my hand, I could special summon Retro in defense, and then I could special summon that Red Eyes monster back to the field in the same position it was destroyed in. Its secondary effect, I can tribute him, and I can get another normal summon on a Red Eyes monster. So a lot of these are Gemini monsters, so he's helpful for that. Red Eyes Gearfried Iron Knight. Very clutch card for sure. Once per turn, if either player equips a card to this card, I can destroy those equipped cards, and if I do, I can destroy 1 spell and trap my opponent controls. The secondary effect, once per turn, I can send 1 equipped card I control to the grave that's equipped to him, and I can target 1 level 7 Allure Red Eyes monster and special summon him. So I love that. Like, he's my back row pop in this deck. Like, I don't run no back row pop, sadly, but he's there for that. Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. He's here for being a normal in the grave. He's a Gemini monster, so pretty much I have to normal summon him again in order to make him an effect monster. And when he's an effect monster, his effect is once per turn, I can destroy all face-up monsters my opponent controls with defense lower than his attack. So he can only be fusion for Archfiend if he's on the field or if he's in the grave and I'm using Necro Fusion. Like, you can't use him to make Archfiend from your hand or from your deck. So he's kind of a bust in that regard, but he's helpful when he's on the field. Meteor Red Eyes Impact. I use him for fusion for Meteor Black Comet, but he also is a Gemini that has another effect that other Red Eyes monsters I control can't be destroyed by battle. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. He's also a Gemini monster. If damage calculation is performed involving this card, at the end of the battle phase, I can inflict damage to my opponent equal to his original attack. So I can attack a defense monster, that's a free 24 burn. Tenyi Vashuda, he's at 1, you can run him at 2, that's all up to you. If you control no effect monsters, you can special summon him from the hand. Second effect is if I control a face-up normal monster, I can banish that card from the grave or my hand and send that card back to the hand. Noctovision Dragon, he has 2 effects as well. So if he's in the grave and my opponent targets a set card, I can banish him to negate that effect, and then my opponent can't target my face downs for the rest of that turn. Then his other effects, if I special summon a dark dragon monster, I can special summon him out. If he's linked away, or if he's used as link material, I get to draw one card. So Nocto Vision helps me, go into XYZs, help me link, help me draw cards, Red Eyes Darkness Metal, I only run him at 1, I only need him at 1. The only way I can special summon him by banishing one dragon. And his second effect is I can special summon one dragon from either my hand or from my graveyard. So he's really cool in that regard. Sadly, you gotta banish a monster, but he's cool. Infernal Fire Blast is the key to this deck, and that is why we need Red Eyes Alternative. I can target one Red Eyes Black Dragon in my monster zone and inflict damage to my opponent equal to its original attack. So, Red Eyes Alternative, if he's destroyed, it'll get me Red Eyes Black Dragon at 4,800. I go into main phase 2, Infernal Fire Blast for 4,800. That's why we need him. Please give me alternative. But because of Red Eyes Fusion makes your fusion material monster, your fusion monster Red Eyes Black Dragon. You can use Infernal Fire Blast on your fusion monsters as well. So we've got that at 3 because we really trying to burn people. Allure of Darkness at 2. Draw 2 cards, then I gotta banish one dark monster from my hand, and if I don't have any, I gotta send my entire hand to the graveyard. Red Eyes Fusion. You can fusion summon one monster that lists Red Eyes monster as material from my extra deck. Use the monsters from my hand, deck, or from my field, and if I do, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. You cannot normal summon or set other normal summon or special summon monsters. You can still set. I'm sorry about that. And you can only activate one Red Eyes Fusion per turn. So it's very risky. You definitely got to try to bait out the ashes, bait out the negates before you activate it, and you're good. Card of Redstone at 3 is another reason why I need alternative. I can send one level 7 Red Eyes monster from my hand to the grave to draw 2. Then I could send one level Red Eyes monster from my deck to the grave. That second part is optional, so you don't have to send 2 to the grave. You have a choice. Claw Hermos is in this deck at 1. Pretty much I can send one type that has a fusion material for that and make a fusion monster. Red Eyes Insight, this lets me send one Red Eyes monster from my hand to the deck, or hand or deck to the grave to add one Red Eyes spell or trap. Triple Tactic Talents. This card has 3 effects, and I can only activate this if my opponent activates a monster effect during my main phase. One of those effects I can draw 2. The second one, I can take control of one of my opponent's monsters to the end of this phase. And the third one, I can look at my opponent's hand and choose one card from their hand and add it back to the deck. A Serial Spell. I can only activate this when I activate one of my normal cards. I can discard all cards in my hand to the grave, and this card effect becomes the same as that normal card. And the way how this Red Eyes deck works, I can use Serial Spell on all of my normals. Yes, Allure of Darkness, I can do that, but sadly I have to banish 2 monsters. So, you gotta, choose wisely with that. Card of Redstone, I don't have to send 2 Red Eyes monsters from my hand, but it does let me draw 4. I can do Claw Hermos twice if I need it, but I, only run 1. I could get Red Eyes Insight twice, and I could also do whatever effect I choose on Triple Tactical twice. So Serial Spell, definitely clutch. Super Poly, I get to discard 1 card to fusion summon 1 fusion monster from my extra deck, use the monsters from either person's field. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Call by the Grave. This card lets you target one monster in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. And if you do until the end of the next turn, its effects are negated, as well as activated effects on the field of monsters of the same original name. Cross out Designator. Declare 1 card name, banish one of that declared card from my main deck, and if I do, negate its effects. Now, Crossout Designator is almost equivalent to Call by the Grave, except for Crossout Designator works on a particular card, while Call by the Grave, it has to be a monster. So then trap cards, we got Red Eyes Spirit, that's going to let me special summon 1 Red Eyes monster from the grave. Red Eyes Burn, if a face-up Red Eyes monster I control is destroyed by battle or card effect, I could target that monster and both players take damage equal to its original attack. Red Eyes Fangwood Chain, very beautiful card. I get to target one Red Eyes monster I control and I get to equip that to him, and that monster can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Then its second effect, I can send that this equip card to the grave, and I can target one effect monster on the field and equip that monster to my monster, and my monster gains that monster's attack. So that's lit. Infinite Impermanence at 1. I can target one face-up monster my opponent controls and negate that effect. And if it's set before activation, I can negate everything in that column. Then Return of the Red Eyes. If I control a Red Eyes monster, I can target one normal in my grave and special it. And if that card is destroyed, I can special summon one Red Eyes monster from the grave. Now extra deck, I got Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. We get that by Claude Hermos. Gives my monster 1000 attack plus 500 attack and defense for each dragon on the field and in both graveyards. So, you know, Red Eyes Dragon Sword is here for when people have monsters like at 6,000. I can't do nothing about it. There we go. Red Eyes Slash Dragon is Red Eyes and one warrior monster. So when a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, I get to equip one warrior to him for plus 200. His secondary effect, when a card effect is activated that targets something on my field, I can get rid of a negate. I can get rid of an equip to negate that effect. And also, if he's destroyed by battle, if he's destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon any equipped monsters that's equipped to him. Starving Venom is our super poly monster. He's a very clutch card. I'll talk about him another day. Meteor Black Comet, that's my boy with Red Eyes in a level 5. We got Archfiend right here. He's the clutch one right here. When he attacks, my opponent can't activate effects until the end of the damage step. And as well, if he does damage, I get to shuffle in a normal Red Eyes and deal that damage for burn. I'm sorry I'm moving through my extra deck a little fast. I greatly apologize. I got Link Karibo in here. I got Heretic of the Heavenly Spheres pretty much during my opponent's main phase. I can tribute one monster from my field and return one face-up card on the field. And then if he was tributed, I could special summon one dragon monster from my deck, and its attack and defense is 0. Predator Plant Anaconda at 1. Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos at 1. Pretty much if he's used with a level 7 or higher monster as link material, he can't be targeted or destroyed with card effects. And then he has 3 effects that you can choose from to activate. So 1, if he destroys a monster, I get to gain 1,500. I can make him make a second attack my next main phase, or I can banish one card on the field. We have Shoryuja. This other monster, I never use him. I just put him in here because he's a Red Eyes monster. But, you know, you can try to do what you can do with him. And the last card we have is Appaloosa, Bull of the Goddess. This has been another episode of Duelist Sunset. Y'all like, subscribe. We'll be back with more. You dig. Thank you.